Hi guys, this is IGCSE O-Level Chemistry, paper 12, June 2013, question 11. The diagram shows an electrical cable. So we have a metal core, which would be steel. We would have aluminum in it. No, this is an electric cable. This is not an overhead electric cable. And it has a plastic coating. So the metal core would be copper here then, not steel. So, which statement about the substances used is correct? The coating is plastic because it conducts electricity well. The coating is plastic because it is an insulator, and we do not need anybody touching the electric cable to be electrocuted. So, this is incorrect. The core is copper because it conducts electricity well. Yes, this is correct. The core is copper because it is cheap and strong. Copper is not cheap, and the only reason copper is used, it is one of the best conductors for electricity available at a decent rate, because gold is a very good conductor of electricity but is very expensive and is not very strong as well. So the next option is the core is iron because it is cheap and strong. The core is not iron, the core is copper. So this makes option B the correct option for this question. Question 12. Statement 1, hydrogen is used as a fuel. Statement 2, when hydrogen burns in the air to form water, heat energy is produced. Okay, both statements are correct. Which is correct? Both statements are correct, and statement 2 explains statement 1. Yes, hydrogen is used as a fuel because when it burns in air and forms water, heat energy is produced. That is the reason why it is used as a fuel. So statement 2 is explaining statement 1. So this is correct. Next, both statements are correct, but statement 2 does not explain statement 1. It does. Statement 1 is correct, but statement 2 is incorrect. Both statements are correct. Statement 2 is correct, but statement 1 is incorrect. Both statements are correct. Therefore, option A is the correct option for this question. Question 13. Which substance does not require oxygen in order to produce energy? Coal. Coal is burnt in air to produce energy. So air contains oxygen. Hydrogen is burnt in air. That means it reacts with oxygen to produce energy. Natural gas is methane, CH4. It will burn in air to produce energy. Uranium is a radioactive compound. It will produce energy by radioactive decay. This does not require oxygen. Therefore, option D is the correct option for this question. Question 14. In which equation is the underlined substance acting as a reducing agent? So in A, carbon monoxide is being converted to carbon dioxide. So it is being oxidized. So therefore, it is acting as a reducing agent. And how do we know this? Carbon has an oxidation state of +2 in the reactant and +4 in the product. So it is being oxidized. Therefore, it is acting as a reducing agent. In B, carbon dioxide is converted into carbon monoxide. So oxidation state goes from +4 to +2. Since it is being reduced, carbon dioxide is acting as a oxidizing agent here. Copper oxide has copper with an oxidation state of +2, converting into copper metal, which is 0. Since it is being reduced, it is an oxidizing agent. And in D, we've got calcium with an oxidation state of +2 in the reactant and +2 in the product. So the reaction itself is not a redox reaction at all. So this makes option A the correct option for this question. Question 15. The diagram shows an experiment to compare the rate of reaction when a metal is added to hydrochloric acid. In which test tube is the reaction fastest? So we've got zinc metal reacting with concentrated hydrochloric acid. We've got copper reacting with concentrated hydrochloric acid. We've got zinc reacting with dilute hydrochloric acid, and we've got copper reacting with dilute hydrochloric acid. So first thing, the dilute hydrochloric acid tubes would not have the fastest rate of reaction. The concentrated ones would. And since zinc is more reactive than copper, so zinc would be more reactive than copper. Therefore, option A is the correct option for this question. Question 16. Two oxides, X and Y, are added separately to dilute sulfuric acid and dilute sodium hydroxide. X reacts with dilute sulfuric acid, but Y does not react. So X is basic and Y does not react. So Y should be acidic. Y reacts with aqueous sodium hydroxide. So Y is amphoteric now. So if it's reacting with sodium hydroxide, it is acidic. Oh, not amphoteric, sorry, acidic. Because Y did not react with the acid. Had it reacted with the acid, then it would have been amphoteric. So Y does not react with sulfuric acid, and Y reacts with aqueous sodium hydroxide, making Y acidic. But X does not react. So X is basic. Which type of oxides are X and Y? So the acidic oxide is Y, eliminating options A and B. And basic oxide is X, which is present in both the options. And now they've asked for a metallic oxide. So a metal oxide is a basic oxide, while an acidic oxide is a non-metallic oxide. So a metallic oxide would be the basic oxide, and the basic oxide is X. So the metallic oxide will also be X, eliminating option D and making option C the correct option for this question. Question 17. Heating pink cobalt to chloride crystals forms a blue solid and steam. The blue solid turns pink when water is added. Which term describes the pink cobalt to chloride and the reaction? So the pink copper to chloride is, options are anhydrous and hydrated. When water is removed, it turns blue. So the pink form is hydrated, eliminating options A and B. And the reaction is, because pink turns to blue and blue turns to pink, the reaction is reversible, eliminating option D and making option C the correct option for this question. Question 18. Concentrated aqueous sodium chloride, concentrated hydrochloric acid, and molten lead bromide were separately electrolyzed in experiments 1, 2, and 3. Which statement about the electrode products is correct? Okay, so we're talking about the electrode products. So in the case of experiment 1, it is aqueous sodium chloride. So aqueous sodium chloride would produce hydrogen and oxygen gases. So in the case of concentrated hydrochloric acid, this would produce hydrogen and chlorine gas. And in the case of molten lead bromide, this would produce lead and bromine. So these are the products produced at the electrodes. So the question is, which statement about the electrode products is correct? So gases were given off at the anode in experiments 2 and 3 only. No gas was given off in experiment 3. Actually, yes, bromine. But bromine is a liquid. So you can't say gases were given off. And anode, yeah, bromine would be produced at the anode. It's not a gas. It's a liquid. And next, we have gases were given off at the cathode in experiments 1 and 2 only. Yes, because the gases at the cathode would be hydrogen. And in the case of experiment 3, metal lead would be present. So this statement is correct. Next, metals were formed at anode in experiment 1 and 3 only. No metal was formed in experiment 1, and the metal was not formed at the anode but at the cathode in experiment 3. And the last one, metals are formed at the cathode in experiment 1 and 3. In 3, yes, not in 1. So this makes option B the correct option for this question. Question 19. Which statement about the reaction of acids is correct? They react with ammonium salts to form a salt and ammonia only. Ammonium salts are acidic in nature. Acids will not react with them. Bases would react with them. They react with metal carbonates to give a salt and carbon dioxide only. Salt, carbon dioxide, and water. So water is missing. They react with metal hydroxides to give salt and water only. Yes. HCl plus NaOH gives NaCl plus H2O. They react with metals to give a salt, hydrogen, and water only. Water is not produced. Therefore, option C is the correct option for this question. Question 20. The diagram shows an experiment. We have a blue and a red litmus paper. We have aqueous ammonium chloride plus aqueous sodium hydroxide plus heat. So when the gas is liberated, the gas would be ammonia, and ammonia would turn red litmus paper blue, and nothing should happen to the blue litmus paper. Let's see what the question asks. What happens to the pieces of litmus paper? So blue litmus paper has no change occurring, eliminating options A and B. And the red litmus paper has a color change occurring, eliminating option D and making option C the correct option for this question.